chatting with Dinos Kaparos, the head coach of Steinhoff Sonop in this year's Steinhoff Koshuis Championship. Dinos, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Thanks, Dan. Awesome stuff.
Right.
Nice day. Thanks.
Let's get right into it. And the first thing we're going to chat about is the fact that you are pretty much, it's safe to say, the only Koshuis coach in South Africa with international experience. You played for Greece in 2 matches. Talk us through that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool experience. It happened way back in 2011 when my first game for Greece was in April 2011. We played against Luxembourg and it was a game in Athens. That was pretty cool. Flew out the Monday morning, literally joined up with the team, met all the guys, got to know a few of them. We're still good friends now. Trained the whole week, played the game on the Saturday, and flew back on the Sunday and back at work on the Monday. So it's a cool experience. And about two months later, the coach Niall Doherty, back then, he's an old Irish scrum half. He invited me back for the second game, and it happened in June 2011. I played against Finland in Helsinki, Finland. So that was pretty cool.
Now, looking at your credentials, you are a forward.
Yes.
Yet you kick for poles.
Yes.
So you're very much like Frick Dupree.
Yeah.
Back in the day when he used to play lock and also kick for poles.
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you become a kicker playing as a loose forward?
Yeah, I predominantly played most of my rugby at school at flank and 8-man. But I've been the kicker of the team since I was under 9. So literally I kicked for 10 years at school, and I came to Sonop and I kicked for the Koshuis teams, all the teams I represented, and eventually ended up kicking for Greece as well. My mom it's actually my mom, she's a rugby person in my family. My dad doesn't know what a rugby ball looks like. So she taught me everything. She was actually my under 16 rugby coach at school. So she taught me everything I know, and hours and hours and hours on the rugby field with my mom kicking back to me. So that was pretty cool.
It just goes to show that different people have incredibly different stories when it comes to rugby.
Yes.
But talking about Koshuis rugby, you played in the inaugural seasons of the Steinhoff Koshuis Championship. Talk us through that experience.
Yeah, it was awesome stuff. I must say, sort of had quite a good run rugby-wise back then. We literally played in the final for 10 years in a row, in the Koshuis rugby final. But we ended up only winning it once. So that was not a very good record, but a lot of good exposure. And Marula was the residence that represented Tuks in the very first Steinhoff Koshuis Championship for the Varsity Cup, and I literally played in the final that we lost. It's a final in 2007. We led by 12-3 half time, and we lost 19-12. So they really came at us in the second half. And Koshuis rugby it's a strange phenomenon where people don't really appreciate it or know a lot about it until they actually stand next to the field, or until they actually see the quality rugby that gets played, and the exposure that the guys get nowadays with the televised final. It's awesome, and it's nice to be part of it for such a long time, and to actually see the progression of the game.
You finished up your law degree.
Yes.
You're now working, and you come back to coach. Why? Why would you like to coach?
I think, Dan, at the end of the day, I started coaching again in 2014. I played full-time until about 2011, the year I represented Greece. At the end of that year, I broke my cheekbone quite badly, and I got a lot of metal plates and stuff in here, so it was quite a serious injury. And I thought, I'll hang up my boots. So I didn't really end, let's say, on my terms. I wanted to play a bit longer, but just didn't want to risk it. Then I took a break, 2012, 2013, and then initially, I didn't want to coach rugby, but I wanted to coach Sonop. I wanted to give back to Sonop, and that was the initial spark on the fire when I came back. And the Sonop second team is called the Rattles, and there's common joke goes around, and it says, the Ratels best team in the world. So we're like, coach team, don't take rugby, don't take practice very seriously, but you need a coach. You need someone to tell you, okay, this is what you're going to do with the line-out, this is what you're going to do when you scrum here, when you line out there, whatever. And I just felt I wanted to give back to Sonop, and I think that was my initial approach. Afterwards, I really got to like coaching and liked seeing it from this side of the field and not from on the field.
So you coached Sonop in the Steinhoff Koshuis Championship in the 10th edition of Varsity Cup.
Yes.
Talk us through that experience.
What an awesome experience. I mean, you were here when we opened up and we had the jersey presentation and the sponsor presentation. And these guys, any Koshuis rugby player is just a normal student. He studies his BCom degree or his engineering degree, or law degree, whatever. And the exposure that one gets, you feel semi-professional, and that's such an awesome experience that no one can take away from you. Our season we had a mixed bag. I think we being the first time that Sonop represents Tuks in the Varsity Cup, we made the first game against Helderberg. I think we made it a bit bigger than what it actually is. No disrespect to Helderberg, they're an awesome team, but I mean we made it too big for ourselves, and fell over the first hurdle, but came back with a win against CUT, the runner CUT, and obviously the highlight probably of my year was the win against Koshuis. It turned out to be the ultimate champions of Varsity Cup, and I mean their record speaks for itself. They're awesome Koshuis and very good rugby team. So
they are indeed. Koshuis are the most successful Steinhoff team. 5 out of the 5 tournaments. So it's an incredible feat to beat them in your inaugural year. Yes. Let's talk, as we end off, let's talk a little bit about the importance of Koshuis rugby and having played a season or having coached a season. Let me restart that.
Yes.
Having coached a season in the Steinhoff Koshuis Championship, yes. What is the level of rugby like?
The level of rugby that I experienced not only in my own team, but obviously in the teams that we played against and in the other teams that I saw, it exceeds expectation. It's extremely physical. It's probably the toughest rugby that one will play. But the skill set and the skill level of, like I said, just normal students, it's awesome. It's tough rugby, it's good rugby, and at the end of the day, I think what sets a Koshuis rugby team apart from any other team, and I think you only get that in international level, is the pride that you feel for the jersey and for the place that you're representing. I think that's very unique when it comes to Koshuis rugby. The Patria guys, they play 100% for their res and for their brothers, and the brotherhood that gets created with Koshuis rugby, it's unparalleled.
Your coaching aspirations, where would you like to go?
My coaching aspirations will have to take a back seat because I'm getting married in 3 weeks' time. So it's quite a big step in my personal life. So I definitely I'm going to take a break, but I'm definitely going to come back and start off at Sonop again. I think it's a good stepping stone. It's a good entry into coaching, and I think at the end of the day, once I can proceed and maybe start representing and coaching a Tuks team, and maybe who knows from there.
Dinos, Gabon Media would like to take this opportunity to thank you so much for spending some time with us as we get to know you.
Thank you.
And your coaching aspirations. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Dan. Appreciate it.